Have you ever found yourself feeling completely stuck in your career, like no matter what you do, you just can't seem to shake that sense of being in a rut? You're not alone. We all hit rough patches. The most challenging one to overcome is often the career rut we dig ourselves into. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we keep moving in the same direction, making the hole deeper instead of finding a way out. Some people chase money only to find themselves financially comfortable but mind-numbingly bored. Others pursue passion-driven paths, only to discover that sometimes the need to pay the bills outweighs their freedom to express themselves. Then, there are those who float through middle management, okay pay, decent job, but mentally they're far from fulfilled. The most successful entrepreneurs have been where you are. They've had to climb out of career ruts themselves, sometimes more than once. And the lessons they learned can help us too. Welcome to Financial Roadmap, where your journey of wealth begins. So here are 12 ways that successful people have managed to pull themselves out of their career ruts. Number 1. They got out of their own way. When people find themselves in a rut, their first instinct is often to work harder, thinking if they just push through, things will improve. But the road is rarely the problem. The issue often lies within us. Overworking yourself just deepens the rut. Take Starbucks' former CEO Howard Schultz, for instance. He felt trapped in a kitchenware company job, uninspired and stuck. Instead of pushing harder, he decided to get out of his own way. He took a trip to Italy, discovered a coffee culture he loved, and returned with a vision that eventually became Starbucks. Sometimes you need to get out of your own head and let inspiration find you. Number 2. They made big mistakes and learned from them. Taking risks can feel daunting, but it's often what shakes us awake. When you make a big mistake, you're forced to confront your career head-on. It might lead you to realize you love what you do and want to protect it. Or it could make you realize you dislike it so much that you're ready for a drastic change. You're not in this rut just because you're not good enough. Sometimes, you're there because you're not bad enough to shake things up. This is your time to take chances. If it works, great. If it doesn't, at least you've learned something crucial about yourself. Number 3. They found the hidden weights holding them back. Feeling uninspired might not always be about the job itself or even the money. Often there's an underlying weight, a hidden factor you haven't addressed. Studies show that people are more likely to leave a job due to poor relationships with colleagues than dissatisfaction with the work or salary. Issues with managers, unproductive commutes, and even unsupportive relationships can contribute to that feeling of being trapped. Find that hidden weight and remove it from your life. Number 4. They realized money only solves problems up to a point. Money can provide quick relief, but it doesn't fix everything. A raise might give you a temporary boost, making you feel appreciated and easing financial stress. However, it won't solve deeper issues like feeling unfulfilled or having poor relationships at work. These underlying issues can still drain your energy and happiness, even with a better paycheck. If your company won't give you a raise, it might be a sign to consider other job options where you feel valued. And if they do give you one, use it as a chance to keep moving forward. Money can help for a while, but long-term satisfaction comes from finding work that feels meaningful, rewarding, and connects you with people who inspire you. Number 5, they traced it back to the source. A critical step in getting out of a career rut is understanding when and why it started. Were you always unfulfilled in this role, or did something change along the way? Knowing the root cause can help you decide if the issue is with the industry, the job, or if it's something internal. You need to know what you're up against before you can defeat it. Number 6. They tried horizontal shifts, not just moving upwards. Progress doesn't always mean climbing straight up the career ladder. Sometimes moving sideways to a different role in your field can give you the fresh start you need. Growth isn't just about moving up. It's also about finding the right fit for your strengths and interests. For instance, Oprah Winfrey was once told she was too emotional to succeed in traditional news. Instead of trying to fit in, she switched to roles where her empathy and warmth were strengths. By doing so, she found her own unique path to success. Sometimes, taking a step sideways is the best way forward. Number 7, they embraced rejection as part of growth. Many people hold back from going after their dreams because they're afraid of rejection. It's hard to hear no or face setbacks, but each rejection can actually bring you closer to the right path. Instead of seeing it as a failure, think of rejection as a way to learn and grow. Each no can help you understand what you really want and build the strength to keep going. Often these moments of redirection lead to new paths you might not have considered, but are even better suited to you. A great example of this is fashion designer Vera Wang. She started out dreaming of becoming an Olympic figure skater, but when that didn't work out, she switched to fashion. She applied to be the editor-in-chief at Vogue, but was turned down. Instead of giving up, she kept going and eventually became one of the world's top designers. Wang's story shows that rejection doesn't mean the end. It can actually be the beginning of something even better. Number 8, they face their fears of embarrassment. Sometimes it's not failure that holds us back, but the fear of looking foolish. Whether it's starting a new business, launching a side hustle, or posting about it online, the fear of judgment is real. But the sooner you push through that fear, the sooner you'll see the progress you've been dreaming of. Number 9, they tested the waters before making major changes. Throwing yourself into a big change without preparation can be overwhelming and may lead you back to square one. Test your limits first to see if you're ready for the jump. This approach can be as simple as taking on a new project or side gig while keeping your current job. Small tests can help you gauge whether you're truly prepared for a more significant shift. Number 10. They paid attention to what they consumed. Staying inspired is easier when you're surrounded by what you love. Elon Musk co-founded PayPal, but quickly grew tired of the financial world. He was drawn to rockets and technology, so he immersed himself in books and content on those subjects. If you're unhappy with your work, it might be because your passions lie elsewhere. Start reading, watching, and learning about the things that genuinely interest you. Number 11. They learned new skills. When you're feeling stuck, learning something new can be incredibly refreshing. Upskilling not only enhances your abilities, but also opens up new opportunities. Many successful people look for ways to apply their skills in different areas, often finding unexpected paths that better align with their goals. Explore courses. Ask your employer for different projects, or take on freelance work in areas that spark your interest. Number 12. They understood the importance of taking breaks. When you're feeling frustrated or burnt out, taking a break can provide the mental reset you need. It's not a complete solution, but it can help clear your mind and restore your energy to address the core issues causing your rut. Just remember that a vacation won't fix everything. It's an opportunity to regroup and prepare for the next steps. Breaking out of a career rut isn't easy, but it's entirely possible. Start by asking yourself the tough questions, try new approaches, and embrace failure as a stepping stone. Successful people didn't get to where they are by sticking with what felt safe. They took risks, faced rejection, and kept pushing forward. So take inspiration from them, make small changes where you can, and don't be afraid to pivot. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on achieving financial and career success.